Let's talk about some unpopular opinions that might cause me to get some hate back, but it's not like I've already not been receiving that on my Instagram, so why the hell not? Let's piss some people off. So, the first thing I want to discuss is what do you call it? It's not really a riot, the outpouring outcry about the anti-abortion rights. Let's talk about that. So, unpopular opinion, and some people might disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine, and I really don't care either way. I was baptized when I was 16 years old as a Pentecostal, and unpopular opinion, I believe that abortion is a sin, and I don't care what your circumstances, no baby deserves to be killed because of what happened to you. There are things out there called adoption and other things out there that you can do if you do not want that child. There's parents out there that cannot have children that want children and would be more than willing to adopt that baby. Like I said, unpopular opinion, might get some hate for that, but at the same time, you guys do not have the right to decide whether or not a life shall live or not. It is a sin, and if you don't believe me, look it up. Like I said, I might get some hate for this, but I do not care. Another unpopular opinion is a woman on here. Her name is Anna Garcia. She absolutely hates the United States. And the reason that she hates the United States is because years ago, she decided to commit fraud in the United States. She was brought here when she was a child by her parents. She got, I don't know if it was residency or citizenship, I don't know what she got. But because she decided to fraud the government during Trump's first administration decided to deport her back to Mexico. So she has decided to talk shit about the United States and Trump since her deportation. Blames the government for her deportation. When, if you want to be honest about it, brutally honest actually, let's go that far, it is her own fault, the reason that she was deported back to Mexico. If she wouldn't have committed fraud in this country, then she would not have been deported. On top of that, I can't go to England, for an example, and commit fraud and then expect to be able to stay there, visa or not, citizenship or not. I would be deported back to the US as well. So that is just my opinion. Like I said, unpopular opinion, but I don't agree with committing a crime in another country and then being able to stay. It's just not feasible. Unpopular opinion, she thought it was funny when we got banned on TikTok. She thought it was funny and went on her Instagram and was making jokes about it. So yeah, I had made a comment on her Instagram about it not being funny, and it wasn't funny to any of us. And I got a lot of hate on that. I got called a crackhead. I got called everything under the book, which is great. Great on my part, because obviously I hit some nerves. But you know what? At the same time, if you would not have committed that crime in the first place, you would still be here. But because you decided to commit so much fraud, you're back over there. And then when I say something in your comment section, all your little raggedy ass fans decide to say something to me. Sorry that you don't like it, but that's too bad. Her little followers started to call me racist. Well, if anybody is looking back there, that is my husband. Furthest thing from racist. Oops. So that was awesome. Had a nice little chat with some of these rude ass people on Instagram. Said a few things. Don't care if they liked it. Then blocked her. Because nobody deserves to be disrespected in that way. And I have to say this. All of you out there that are saying these nasty and rude things to people behind your little phones or your tablets or your computers, you would not say that stuff to somebody to their face. You would not say any of that stuff to their face. You are hiding behind your little phone, your little iPad, your little computer, or whatever you're using to talk crap to people and push people over the edge because you think you have some sort of empowerment. You are not empowered at all whatsoever. You should be ashamed of yourself for disrespecting people the way you are disrespecting them and putting people down. Nobody deserves that. We all should be building each other up, and as women, we should be building each other up and giving each other the confidence that we deserve. And we do not deserve to have people say the nasty and rude things that they do to you. No, it is not funny that we got banned in the US. No, it is not funny the things that we are going through here in this day and age. It is not funny that we go to the grocery store and spend $20 on eggs. It is not funny we go to the grocery store and get a pound of ground beef and have to pay almost $8. That's not funny. And she might think it's funny. That's great. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I just personally think that some people are just nasty. We'll leave it at that. Oops, wrong palette. Unpopular opinion. I still like a beautiful smoky eye. I still like vibrant colors. I still like a big bold makeup. I'm not into the soft glam and the no makeup. I think that it works for some people. It just doesn't work for me. I like a bold eyeshadow, a bold makeup look. I like to be, if I'm going to go out and put makeup on, I want to go full out glam. I'm not going to put a little bit here and a little bit there. I want everything on my face because if I'm going to sit there for 45 minutes to an hour, then I want to make sure it's worth it. Like I said, unpopular opinion, just my opinion. I want for in 2025 for all of us to go back to the bold glam. 2020 vibes, I should say. Unpopular opinion, but I love Jeffree Star. I think he is brutally honest. I think that he tells it how it is, and if something is shit, he tells you. Unpopular opinion, I like Tati. She may not be for everybody, but I love Tati. Tati is who I initially first started following on YouTube. She is where I learned how to do most of my makeup between her, Raw Christy Beauty, Millaboo, I didn't start following James Charles and Jeffree Star until later on in my YouTube days watching YouTube. It was way later when I actually followed Jeffree Star first, and then I followed James Star way later. But I don't really watch James Charles anymore. I more watch Jeffree Star, Tati, Malibu, and Raw Christy Beauty. Raw Christy Beauty, I feel like if you really watch into her videos, she teaches you a lot. And if you really pay attention, you learn how to apply eyeshadow. I just choose to do it this way because I feel like it looks better. I know this is not how you're supposed to do it, but I have hooded eyes really bad, so sue me. Sue me for not doing it the way you're supposed to. I'm going to take a blending brush and blend this out to the high heavens. I don't understand why people hate on somebody so much. Just because nobody deserves to have that much hate. They are just trying to do something with themselves. And I feel like people get so much hate because other people are jealous because they can't do that themselves. That's just my opinion. I think that's why Michaela gets so much hate. I feel like that's why Jeffree gets so much hate, because people are jealous because they want what they have, but they don't have it because they don't have the, I don't know if it's the ambition or what, to get up and do it themselves. But if you just got up and made one video a day, you would have that same following. It would take some time, but you would get that same exact following that they have. It does not take long. I was posting on my YouTube back in July. Well, actually, I was posting before that, but I started actually really posting was back in July, and I had gained, as of this year, I have 235 followers, which isn't that much, but to start off with just 5 or 6 and then up to 238, I feel like is a good number. And it was because of consistency. I was very detailed in my videos. And I feel like that is what people want, is they want consistency. Now, I don't get as many, I don't get as many likes anymore because I don't post as much anymore. Wow, this brush just got wet. But I do post, it's just very sporadic. Just an unpopular opinion. I feel like people down other people because they hate something about themselves. And so they see somebody like me on the line and they're like, oh my gosh, her eyeshadow is too much. Or she's got a box in the background that's got a blanket in it with photos in it she ain't yet hung up on the wall. Or her teeth are too big. Or her nose looked funny. Or whatever you guys have to say. Who knows? Or her eyeshadow isn't blended correctly. Well, it all comes together in the end, so who cares? Her nails aren't that perfect. I mean, who knows what people think in their mind. Or she's holding her brush too close. Oh well, it's my freaking brush. Whatever you people say. Hair in my face. Unpopular opinion, I love a red lip. Haven't done one in a long time, but I absolutely love a red lip. Unpopular opinion, I prefer using lip gloss over lipstick. I love a red lip, don't get that twisted. But I love a lip gloss because all you gotta do is wipe off your foundation and put it on, and you're done. Unpopular opinion, but I still love a cut crease. I think a cut crease is absolutely beautiful, especially when you do it right. And I think that people stop doing it because they feel like it was outdated. Who said that makeup has a date on it? Or who said, whoever made up that rule that you can only do it in this certain year? Because I feel like if you like it and it looks good on you, why not keep doing it? Why do we have to stop doing things because society says, oh, that's not the trend no more? Get with the 2025, get with 2024. I don't care what your guys' trend is these days. I think it looks adorable, and I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, a few years ago, I was doing white eyeshadow, which nobody has done since I was in high school. And I went into a restaurant with my husband one day, and I had that white eyeshadow on with a beautiful glitter on top. And I was sitting there having a drink with my husband, eating, and a girl was leaving with her husband, and she said, oh my gosh, I love your eyeshadow, it is so beautiful. And that goes to show you that just because a trend is going around that says you cannot do that no more because that's not in style, that should tell you that people don't always agree with that. Some people see your eyeshadow and they're like, oh my gosh, that's stunning. What did you use? And you're like, oh, well, this was from back when I was in high school and I've just never gotten over it. And they're like, I love that. You should tell me what it is you use and I'm going to use it. And that tells you, you know, just because somebody else says it's not in style doesn't mean it's not. And I'm going to cut this clip, but I'm going to do my eyeliner. And I cannot do that on camera. It is so hard for me. Unpopular opinion, I do not like soap brows. I think that they are atrocious. And I think they look good on some people, but on myself, I think they're atrocious. I do not like them. Just my opinion. But I do not care for soap brows. Just because you like them doesn't mean I have to like them as well. That goes back to the no makeup makeup. Just because you like it doesn't mean I like it. You know what? I was watching Spencer the other day, and I completely agree with him. He said in 2025, can we bring back the colors again? And he said, and I don't mean the bold and vibrant colors. I mean just a soft and beautiful purple. And you know what? I agree with it. You know what the one thing I did love about Taylor Rusev Grigg was that she didn't care what trend we was in. She did the makeup that she liked. She has a video in her earlier days before she started posting about Cam, and she had this really pretty purple and pink makeup. I really wish that I could pull that off. And it's not saying I can't, it's that I don't know how she did it. And she's no longer alive. She's no longer alive to tell us how she did it. Which I am so sorry to her family for that. I'm really sorry. I was really sad. I didn't know her when she was alive, nor did I follow her channel when she was alive. I didn't find her channel until after she had passed away. And the only reason I had found her channel is because I was on my FYP page. Somebody had a tribute to her. And it made me really sad because she was so young. So much glitter in my nail. Unpopular opinion, speaking of nails, I do not like getting acrylics done. No, no ma'am, I do not. These are nail tips that I put on my finger, filed down the edge, and I just painted them with some Dollar Tree nail polish. And then I put a, where is it at? I don't know what I did with it. It was over here. It's just a matte topper. That way they looked a little bit better. But I do not like getting acrylics done, and I'll tell you why. Because every single time I got acrylics done, they damaged my nails. And for that reason, I do not like getting acrylics done. Just an unpopular opinion, but I do not like getting acrylics done. Another unpopular opinion is I do not buy a high-end makeup. The palette, the Urban Decay palette I was using, I got for Christmas a few years ago. And then some of the other palettes that I have, I got from places like TJ Maxx or in a BoxyCharm. I do not think that you have to go to Ulta or Sephora and pay them high prices for those makeup products when drugstore products does the exact same thing and they work just as good. For example, that glitter I was using is by Hard Candy and it is phenomenal. The color I used right here was by Believe Beauty and it was this shade in the corner. Wonderful eyelashes. The mascara I'm using is by Believe Beauty. There are better products out there and more affordable than paying $30 for a mascara or $20 for a mascara when you can buy one for $10 or $5 or $6. Another unpopular opinion is I do not use setting spray to set my makeup. I use hairspray. And I'll tell you why. Because when I use setting spray, the makeup still comes off my face. When I use hairspray, I can touch my face, rub my face like this, and it does not come off. My favorite hairspray to use for setting my face is the Pantene Pro V. That is that one and the Aussie one. Really good. But the Pantene is my favorite. It's just an unpopular opinion, but that is my opinion. I close my eyes, spray my face, done. Another unpopular opinion is I do not like the, what is that brand? I can't think of it. There's a Kiss eyelash glue and then there's, the Duo one. I do not like it. My eyes burn every time I use it. I do not like it. Another, well, this is not an unpopular opinion. Oh, maybe it is. Don't know. We'll decide. Another unpopular opinion is I don't believe that you have to go to the store and buy all these oils and things like that to help your hair grow. There are home remedies out there that work. Proven fact, you see how much my hair has grown? My husband's aunt made me a bottle of shampoo. Well, she didn't make the shampoo, she bought the shampoo. And she put in it cloves, cinnamon, ginger, rosemary, cloves, ginger, cinnamon, and rosemary. Yeah, that was all she put in it. Put it under the sink for 5 days. You have to grate the ginger and then cut it up. And then she put it in there, put it under the sink for 5 days. It absorbs, and all those chemicals and all those ingredients releases in the shampoo. I've been using it since December, I believe, and this is how much my hair has grown, and I had just bleached it last year. So, proven fact, that does work. Another unpopular opinion is I think the Shein products are amazing. I think the Maybelline products are amazing. I use the Maybelline Fit Me I use not the eyeshadow. I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I use the powder for it. I love Maybelline. I even have a couple of their eyeshadow little single eyeshadows. I love them. I think they are perfect. I think they work for me. If they don't work for you, that is fine. They work for me. I don't need to spend $40 on a foundation or a powder. If I do have products that are that expensive, it is because I got them from TJ Maxx or a BoxyCharm. Another unpopular opinion, I love BoxyCharm. I was a faithful subscriber to BoxyCharm before they went and merged with Ipsy. I just recently went back to see what their box is giving these days, but I don't know. We will see. Another unpopular opinion is I still like putting black eyeliner on my bottom waterline. I put it on the top lash, and then I put it on the bottom lash later on. Give me a second, I have to sharpen this. I am proof that you do not have to spend $1 million on a full face. Well, not necessarily $1 million, but $500 or $400 or $100 on a full face when you can get that full face done for under $50 in the drugstore. And if you want me to do a video on that, I can do a video on a face under $50, under $20. I can even do an under $10 from the drugstore with the same makeup look for an affordable price, if I can talk. You don't need to break the bank to have a beautiful eyeshadow look. You can do it under a couple dollars. I can probably make a full face under $5 with this same look under $5. Well, no, we can do it under $10. I don't know if $5 is feasible because that Pacific concealer I use on my eyes, I think it's like $8 by Elle. But I don't know. I think I have one by Wet n Wild, that's not that expensive, under $5. I have to look that up. I think I'll do that. I'll do a video of me doing the same look under $5, under $10, under $20. And we will see which look looks the best. I love doing these videos because it does strike some nerves. The abortion thing really gets me because so many people are striking right now and rioting right now for this, and it just makes me sick to my stomach seeing the fact that we've got people in California that have lost their homes, and the only thing people can think of right now is to riot about abortion rights, or people are freaking out about other things that shouldn't make a difference right now. We should be all worried about what we're gonna do to donate to these people in California who are losing everything. Just my opinion. Unpopular opinion, but I love this one so much that I've used almost the entire thing, and I used to hate this and I love it now. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, honestly. I think that might be a popular opinion. I might have gotten that one wrong. You know, fun fact, I used to use, because I didn't know how to do my brows, and I used to use a eyebrow stencil to draw on my eyebrows. Man, my eyebrows were looking a little fresh back then. Don't know if you guys can actually see that picture that well, but in that picture I had drawn on brows from a stencil, and they look pretty good in that one, but I've got some pictures where one of my brows was like this and the other was like this. Wow. I like to take this e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I know mine's a little dark for me. It is a summer shade for me, but I like to pack this underneath of my makeup because I like the way my makeup. I didn't used to do this, and I did it the other day and I love it. So I've been doing it since. Make sure you get that nose and right there, because we don't want to look a little uneven. Maybe a little bit more on this side. I like to take an extra large beauty blender that has been used, and I don't care what you say. Stretch it all the way down into the neck because we don't need it uneven. Another unpopular opinion is I did not get the COVID shot. No, I did. No, ma'am, I did not. I have bronchial asthma, and the last thing I needed was to get COVID and end up in the hospital. Although I did still end up with COVID. I didn't end up with the severe version of it, but I still ended up with COVID, and I didn't get that shot. You know, the funny thing is, everybody was getting on our asses back then about getting that COVID shot. But those people that got that COVID shot were passing around COVID. They were giving everybody that COVID, and not everybody was happy about it, and they were blaming the people that didn't get the COVID shot, and we weren't the ones passing that shit around. It was you people getting that COVID shot, giving it to us. Just an unpopular, let's see if my lash is done. Just an unpopular opinion. Are these really unpopular opinion, or are these just my thoughts? I don't know. I think it's just my thoughts. Okay, I'm back. My lash was giving me issues. So I'm really questioning, is this an unpopular opinion, or are these just my thoughts? This is how good that e.l.f. eyeliner is. It doesn't want to, or not the eyeliner, with the concealer. It doesn't want to come off my hands, and I'm scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, and it didn't want to come off. Does anybody else like, oops, does anybody else like the She Glam foundation? I like it and everything, but I feel like no matter how much powder I put on top of it, it still looks dewy. Another unpopular opinion is people watch me put on my makeup and they'll be like, do you really use that much foundation? Yes, I do. Because I feel like I need it. I feel like I need all this coverage. Do I use 30 layers? No. Do I use too much? Maybe, but I don't care. Because at the end of the day, this is my face and not yours. And if I'm gonna put 30 layers of foundation on my face, I'm going to, because it's mine. Did I just run out of foundation? I sure did. Do I put foundation down my neck? Yep, I don't want a line. Years ago when I was learning how to do foundation, I would literally walk around with a line right here for my foundation. And no, I do not want that. I'm gonna blend this out and I'll be right back. Or I can let you guys just watch me blend it out. How about that? I'll just make it quick and seamless. Another unpopular opinion, I do my eyeshadow before my makeup. And you wanna know why? Because I don't want all that fallout all over my freshly done foundation. And I drag the foundation down my neck and then I pat it out. And I don't forget the ears. Yes, I get it all over my hoodie. Oh, freaking well. I'll take it off.